And action!
Welcome to Too Fond of Books. My name is Janelle, and this is a book haul. Is this ever a book haul? This is the final book haul for 2022, and you might be wondering why this is coming at the end of January, but that's because I had placed an order to Book Depository when they were having their Black Friday sales. And I waited a long time. It was coming from the UK and it often takes, 10, 15 days. But it just kept not arriving. And so then I finally let them know that it had not arrived. And so they very kindly sent me replacement books. So I've been waiting for those to arrive to do this video because those were books that I technically bought in 2022. So I am going to start this video with Christmas presents and then move on to books that I got from Book Outlet and Book Depository. So let's just dive right into this. One of my wonderful subscribers, Hummingbird Bibliophile, sent me this book from the UK, Murder at the Theatre Royal by Ada Moncrief. This was such a nice gift. Thank you so much. I read her book a couple years ago, her Christmas historical mystery, Murder Most Festive, and really enjoyed it. And this is her next one. And she's calling her books basically Christmas mysteries because they're all set at Christmas. This one is set at Christmas 1935. And it is set in the world of the theater. There's a production of A Christmas Carol, and murder happens, and I'm very excited. This one didn't arrive, however, till after Christmas, so I am going to see if I can save it until next year, Christmas next year. If I can't, I will read it out of season, but I'm very excited about this one, and thank you again, Hummingbird Bibliophile, for sending this to me. That was very, very kind. And then I got a couple of books from my mom and dad at Christmas. No Graves as Yet by Anne Perry is part of her World War I series that I really enjoyed. I think this might be the first one in the series. I've read it and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't own any of them, so I was really excited to get that. And then my parents also gave me Great Women of the Christian Faith by Edith Dean. First of all, this book itself is just beautiful. And look at these end papers. Isn't that lovely? This is a book that is exactly what it says it is. It was originally published in 1959. And yeah, this is going to be really interesting. The first section is biographies of Christian women from the 2nd to the 17th century. So one thing I really love about this is I love history, and so you're going to get some great history through this. And then the second section is biographies of Christian women from the 18th to the 20th century. Section 3 is vignettes of other Christian women through 19 centuries. So yeah, that was a cool Christmas present. Okay, I also got a couple of books from my in-laws at Christmas. I got Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris and Mrs. Harris Goes to New York by Paul Gallico. This is a tie-in cover to the new movie that just came out, and I'm very excited about this. I have Mrs. Harris Goes to Moscow, but I wanted to start at the beginning, so I am very excited about this. This was a book that was originally published in the 70s? No, 1958 was when it was originally published. So that was a great gift. And then also I got The Case of the Canterville Codicil by P.J. Fitzsimmons. This is a historical mystery set in the 20s or 30s. Locked room mystery. Yeah, I'm very excited about that as well. Okay, and then going back a bit, but I think it was for my birthday even, but it came a little bit later. This is a guinea pig, Pride and Prejudice My in-laws gave this one to me as well. I had got this from the library and I loved this book. I just thought that it was the cutest thing imaginable. Photographs of guinea pigs dressed up in Regency costume and telling the story of Pride and Prejudice. It is just the cutest thing ever, and so I'm very excited to have that on my shelves. Okay, and then this is a book that I got from Amazon. It had been on my wish list for a while and I saw that it went on sale, so I grabbed it. This is the Scotland Yard puzzle book by Sinclair McKay. Test your inner detective by solving some of the world's most difficult cases. Dozens of challenging mysteries to solve. And there's a variety of different types of puzzles in here, and so I'm just really excited about that. And then I got some books from Book Depository. Yes, from Book Depository when they had their Cyber Monday sale, or it could have been something else. I can't remember. But I got The Joy and Light Bus Company by Alexander McCall Smith. This is in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series. And this cover is different to the other covers that I have been collecting, but I do really like this cover. And I love that series, so I was excited to find that. I got Crampton Hodnett by Barbara Pym. This is a book from, it looks like it's 1985, but I thought Barbara Pym wrote earlier than that. So I'm not entirely sure, but I've read Excellent Women and I really enjoyed it. And this one is about the formidable Miss Doggett, who fills her life by giving tea parties for young academics and acting as watchdog for the morals of North Oxford. So that would have been what caught my attention to get this one as opposed to any of the other books by Barbara Pym. I love books that are set in Oxford, so I'm excited about that. I found one in the Inspector Singh series by Shimini Flint. This is a deadly Cambodian crime spree. I really enjoy this series. They're hard to find though, so I snap them up when I do find them at a good price. And then I got 3 books in the Brighton Mystery Series by Ellie Griffiths. Ellie Griffiths is really famous for her Ruth Galloway series, but this is a series set in Brighton in the 50s, and I really enjoy this series, and so I thought it would be fun to collect so that I can reread them. This is, the main character is a Detective Inspector Edgar Stevens, and he has connections with a magician called Max Mephisto, because they served in this kind of secretive unit during World War II where they used magic sleight of hand in order to aid the war effort. And all of that is what intrigued me about this series. So the first book in the series is The Zigzag Girl, and Edgar kind of connects up with Max again in Brighton to solve the case. And then there is also Smoke and Mirrors and The Vanishing Box. And so as far as I know, I got the first 3 in the series. Okay, and then my husband got this book for me. We were out shopping downtown and we saw this, and so he picked it up for me because he is a very good husband and he loves me. And it says, "I like big books and I cannot lie." So I love that mug. I'm very excited about that. Okay, and then it's time for, oh, this is heavy. This is the box of books that I got from Book Depository in their Black Friday sales. So let's dive in and see what, it's dusty, what I got. I got The Reckoning by Renee Erth, which is part of the John Madden series. This is historical mystery. This one is set in 1947. I really like that series. I also got the first in the trilogy, Pamela Aiden's Fitzwilliam Darcy Gentleman series. trilogy. This is An Assembly Such as This. I would love to collect this whole trilogy. This is Pride and Prejudice from the perspective of Darcy, and I really enjoyed that, so I was excited to find that. I got A Sister's Wish by Donna Douglas. I'm going to read this and then send it on to my mom. I really enjoy Donna Douglas's Nightingale series, which is historical fiction about nurses. And this one is set during the war in Hull, which I thought was interesting. I don't know if I've read anything set in Hull, and so yeah, I'm excited about that. I got Devices and Desires by Kate Hubbard, Bess of Hardwick and the Building of Elizabethan England. So this is a non-fiction, and I don't know a lot about Bess of Hardwick. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Aided by a quartet of judicious marriages and a shrewd head for business, Bess of Hardwick rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most respected and feared countesses in Elizabethan England. An entrepreneur who built a family fortune, created glorious houses, and was deeply involved in matters of the court, including the custody of Mary, Queen of Scots. And so I love that era of history, and so yeah, I'm excited about that. Another history that I got is Winter King. This has been on my radar for a while, and so when I saw it really cheap, I grabbed it. Henry VII and the Dawn of Tudor England by Thomas Penn. Again, like I said, I am really fascinated by Tudor era history, so I'm excited about that one. I also got I Saw Him Die by Andrew Wilson, which is the fourth in his Agatha Christie mystery series. I love this series, and so I want to collect all of those as well. And then I also got a couple of Auntie Poldies. This is Auntie Poldy and the Handsome Antonio by Mario Giordano. This is a modern day mystery set in Italy, specifically in Sicily. And this one is potentially the second book in the series, or the third, maybe the third. These have been translated from the German, and I really love this series. It's quirky and really fun. And then I also got Auntie Poldy and the Lost Madonna by Mario Giordano, and I'm pretty sure this is the fourth one. Okay, I got a Josephine Tey. I'm trying to collect all of her books as well. I got To Love and Be Wise, which is one of hers that I've never seen anywhere else, so I was excited to pick it up. This is one of her Inspector Grant series, and this was written in 1951. And then, and I got The Listening House by Mabel Seeley. Mabel Seeley is an American mystery writer from the 40s and 50s, and I've read at least one of her books and really enjoyed it. This is from 1938. Down and out in the Great Depression, Gwen Dakers moves into a seedy and sinister boarding house where she exposes deadly secrets in this classic mystery by Mabel Seeley. So I was very excited about that. Oh, and whenever I see a Peculiar Crimes unit, I snatch it up because that's a series that I'm collecting as well. So this is Hall of Mirrors by Christopher Fowler. This is a really good one in the series. He goes back in time and talks about a case that Brian and May investigated in the 60s, so it was really fun. It's not a prequel per se. Well, maybe I guess you could say it was. 1969, and so it was fun to see some younger versions of Bryant and May and an investigation from the 60s. So yeah, this is a really good one from the series. And then I also got Wild Chamber by Christopher Fowler as well. This one again is one of the newer ones in the series. This one came out in 2017. Okay, and I got a Sebastian St. Cyr historical mystery, What the Devil Knows by C.S. Harris. Again, this is another series that I'm collecting, and I think I'm all caught up now, except for the most recent one. This one is set in October of 1814. I love this mystery series. Okay, and I also got Psycho by the Sea by Lynn Truss, which is number 4 in the Constable Twitton series. This is historical mystery set in Brighton in the 50s, and I love this series. It is quirky, yeah, I just really enjoy that series. And then another series that I'm collecting is the Her Royal Spyness series, and this is On Her Majesty's Frightfully Secret Service by Rhys Bowen. And then I got a couple Abigail Wilson. She writes Regency romances, and I really enjoy, I've read 2 or 3 of her books, and so this is The Vanishing of Loxby Manor. I knew something was terribly wrong the moment I stepped foot back inside Loxby Manor. Her friend is missing. Her only hope is the man who broke her heart. The house seems determined to keep its secrets. I love these. And then Twilight at Morrington Cross by Abigail Wilson. Amelia Pembroke is in a unique position in Regency England. She has the option to obtain financial freedom, but in order to do so, she must marry one of 2 gentlemen. The trouble is, she might be falling in love with another man entirely. This one is set in 1819 in Kent, and I'm excited to get to that one. I've also been trying to collect Sharon K. Penman, and this, I only have a couple left. This is The Land Beyond the Sea, the triumphant story of the Kingdom of Jerusalem, Saladin, and their battle for the Holy Land. She writes fantastic historical fiction. I'm reading one of hers right now, When Christ and His Saints Slept, which is about the anarchy when Stephen and Maud were fighting for the throne. But yeah, this one is earlier, and about the Holy Land, the battle for the Holy Land. So yeah, I was excited to find that. And then a couple more. Oh, I needed one more to finish my Mistress of the Art of Death series. This is the last book in the series, Death and the Maiden by Ariana Franklin and Samantha Norman. This is historical mystery set in England in the late 1100s. Again, another really good historical mystery series. And then last but not least is A Divided Loyalty by Charles Todd. This is in the Ian Rutledge series, so historical mystery set in England just after World War I. And I loved this one particularly in the series because it is set in Avebury, and I've been there. Erin and I went to Avebury. So the most famous stone circle is Stonehenge, but not that far away is Avebury, which is a much larger stone circle, and there is actually a village kind of in amongst the stone circle. Famously, there's a pub inside the stone circle, and we had our lunch there. It was very fun. So I loved that this was set at a place where I have been, and that one was a really good mystery. Okay, so the replacement books from Book Depository finally arrived, and for some reason they all came in their own package, and I showed some very great restraint in not opening them so that I could open them all with you. So let's do it and see what I got from Book Depository in their Black Friday sales. Okay, here we go. I love that you always get a bookmark. Ooh, yes, Angela Thirkle. This is High Rising by Angela Thirkle. She wrote fiction in the 30s and 40s. This one is from 1933. I'm very excited about that. I've read 2 or 3 Angela Thirkle, including High Rising actually, and really enjoyed them. So I was excited. I wanted to collect them. Oh, and I got another Inspector Singh. This is A Curious Indian Cadaver. So modern day mysteries set in his home base is Singapore, but he moves around, and in this one in the series he is in India for a family wedding. Okay, the third box. Very excited. Another great bookmark. Ooh, and Angela Thirkle again. This is Pomfret Towers from 1938. I love the covers of these editions. I think they're just beautiful. Okay, what's next? This is a lot of fun, isn't it? I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Angela Thirkle, this is Wild Strawberries. I'm gonna have so many bookmarks because they decided to put these all in their own envelopes. Okay. Another Angela Thirkle, Before Lunch, from 1939. Ooh, this one is a bigger one. I actually really like the way they package books at Book Depository. And another Angela Thirkle. This is Northbridge Rectory. I have not read this one. This one is from 1941. Boy, I love these covers. Okay, and then another one, a larger one. They actually taped this one, so it's going to be harder to get into. I didn't think I would need scissors, so let's see what I can do. Oh, here we go. I think I know what this one is. Yes! Wilkie Collins, Man and Wife. I'm very excited about this one. I am collecting. I want to collect as many Wilkie Collins as I can find, and this is the Oxford World Classics edition, which I really enjoy those editions. This one I have heard most recently. I heard Kate Howe talk about this one on her channel, so I'm very excited for Man and Wife by Wilkie Collins. Okay. Oh, a different bookmark. Angela Thirkle, Christmas at High Rising. This is a little novella. I've read this one before. I really enjoyed this one. 1928. All right. Two more. Oh, excellent. The Unexpected Inheritance of Inspector Chopra by Vaseem Khan. This is another series that I am collecting. I love this series set in modern day Mumbai. Inspector Chopra is an investigator with a baby elephant, and this is the first book in the series, so I was very excited to get that. And then the last one, I can't remember now. Oops. Oh, yes. I'm excited about this one. This is Wilkie Collins by Peter Ackroyd. This is a biography of Wilkie Collins by Peter Ackroyd. I really enjoy Peter Ackroyd as a writer. I have a number of his history books, and when I saw that he did a biography of Wilkie Collins, I thought I need to get my hands on that. Short and oddly built, with a head too big for his body, extremely short-sighted, unable to stay still, dressed in colorful clothes, Wilkie Collins looked distinctly strange. But he was nonetheless a charmer, befriended by the great, loved by children, irresistibly attractive to women, and avidly read by generations of readers. Peter Ackroyd follows his hero, the sweetest-tempered of all the Victorian novelists, from his childhood as the son of a well-known artist to his struggling beginnings as a writer, his years of fame, and his lifelong friendship with the other great London chronicler Charles Dickens, as well as his enduring masterpieces The Moonstone, often called the first true detective novel, and the sensational The Woman in White. He produced an intriguing array of lesser-known works. Told with Ackroyd's inimitable verve, this is a ravishingly entertaining life of a great storyteller full of surprises, rich in humor, and sympathetic understanding. I'm very excited about that. So there you have it. I wanted to show you all of these Angela Thirkles because I think together they just look so fantastic. And the covers are just, I'm showing them again because seriously, the covers of these, I love these. Okay, so there you have it. That is my final book haul of 2022. What do you think? Have you read any of these books? Where should I start? There is a lot here, but if you have, if you've read one of these books and you just really loved it, let me know, and I can kind of put that at the top of, closer to the top of the pile, so that I might get to these sooner rather than later. Some of these books I have already read, and I got them because I just want them as part of my collection. So yeah, this has been really fun. Thanks for joining me as I unboxed my most recent book haul, and I will see you for another video soon.